All right. I cannot believe DoorDash actually apologized to Dashers. But why? Today we are going to dive right into this email that got sent out to many Dashers, including myself. Why was this even rolled out to market? How come Dashers noticed this before DoorDash did? And finally, will this feature ever come back? Before we go into this DoorDash apology, I did a video a couple days ago about a new feature that was actually awesome, but didn't work right, and it made it look like DoorDash was actually lying to Dashers. Well, here's the update in the form of an apology. I'll put the original video at the end of this one so you can go check it out later. So this is the email that was sent out. We are reaching out in regards to a pilot feature you may have mistakenly seen in your app that allows Dashers to pause offers from select stores. Unfortunately, this pilot is not yet available in your area, and we apologize for displaying it to you by mistake. If you attempt to use this feature, you may have tried to decline the offer to pause the store, which negatively impacted your acceptance rate. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Well, since we've since fixed the bug and corrected your acceptance rate to address any offers you declined when trying to use this feature, as of this morning, the pilot feature should no longer appear. So why did they even roll out this program to markets? Because I'm not the only market this got rolled out to. Beats the heck out of me. This was a huge mistake if you ask me, but it had me questioning it and a lot of other Dashers questioning it. Like, why would you roll out a program that doesn't work? Your acceptance rate got lowered. The pause itself, you were seeing orders a week later, sometimes days later, so the pause didn't work. So it could have been a really good thing for Dashers, and it wasn't working. So why all this confusion? Like, wow, man, someone better have lost their job for rolling something out that wasn't either ready to be rolled out, or is it another mind game? I feel like that's my question to everything that DoorDash does. Were they trying to see like how many Dashers actually tried to use the feature to see if there was interest in it, or how many drivers paused the same restaurant so they got data off of it? I feel like I can go in a lot of different ways with this, because to me it's just not right, especially it's a feature that we can all use. It's something that actually benefits the driver. Maybe that's why they yanked it. Maybe that's why it wasn't rolled out properly, because it actually helped, opposed to something that actually harmed the driver and made them less money. Wouldn't it be fantastic if this actually worked? It would have made so many people happy to not see a specific restaurant over and over again, knowing that you are going to decline it every single time. So it brings me to my next question. How come Dashers noticed this before DoorDash did? Isn't that a really good question? So when I did my initial video, I had already had it in my market probably about 3 days, because I always like to test things and try things out before I actually can talk about them. So it took me all of 1 day, 2 days to realize really what was going on. My acceptance rate was being affected. Me talking to other Dashers, and then finally it did happen to myself that the restaurants I did pause, I was seeing the orders a couple of days later, so what's the point? So if I, just a regular driver, noticed this, and I did not call support, but I know many Dashers who either chatted with support, called support, support had no clue what was going on. Well, it kind of makes sense why support didn't know what was going on, because it wasn't supposed to be rolled out. But how come we caught it before DoorDash did? There's supposed to be this amazing tech company that is supposed to know everything techie that's going on with their app. Like, what programmer put this out to Dashers knowing that it wasn't ready yet? And how come it took us to keep calling support and keep complaining that it wasn't working before DoorDash said, oh crap, I don't think this was supposed to be rolled out, or oh, this wasn't ready yet. Why is this even out to the Dasher world? Like, where did the signals get crossed in the DoorDash corporate world? Wouldn't you like to know that answer? It amazes me that sometimes DoorDash thinks Dashers are stupid and we really don't know what's going on. But somehow we figured out what was going on before DoorDash in the company even knew, unless it was pre-planned and unless they did this on purpose. It can kind of go either way if you really ask me. So, will this feature ever come back? I have absolutely no idea. My guess is probably not, because it was a good feature. It was good for the Dasher. Nothing ever comes back that's actually good for the driver, because if you think about it, say every Dasher in one area hates going to Popeyes or hates going to like a local restaurant because there's always a wait. And then all of a sudden, every single person who's declining orders from this one place does it at the same time. And now they have no Dashers to pick up from this particular restaurant. Then what? There could be a lot of kinks that they need to work out with it. That I can appreciate. But I hate that they rolled it out. I hate that it wasn't ready. I hate that it affected a lot of Dashers and we didn't even know what was going on. And it took us to call support to say, hey, something's not right with this new program. And support was like, what are you talking about? So I hope it comes back, because to me, it was really good. I would have loved for it to actually work. I will say, I appreciate DoorDash for sending out this email. I appreciate them apologizing, and I appreciate them giving me my acceptance rates back, because I personally lost 3 acceptance rate, and it was nice after that email to look at my acceptance rate and it went up 3 points. So it seems as though that they rectified the situation. A lot of times they brush it under the rug and play ignorance, and so they just yank the program and say, oh well, it didn't work. Here today, gone tomorrow. Like, how many features do we see on DoorDash do that? Like, and this one happened to it a couple months ago. This was in my market for like a day a couple months ago. It makes me think, did it even work that one day or not? And I lost acceptance rates and I didn't even pay attention. There is a lot going on behind this. I think we don't know the answers to, but I appreciate them rectifying it so it does not affect us in any way, especially if you're like me and care about your acceptance rate. If you don't care about your acceptance rate, you probably just cared that you weren't getting orders from a certain restaurant any longer, and now it's gone. So you're going to have to let me know, did you get this email? What do you think about this email? Did you get any acceptance rates back? And what do you think? Do you think we'll ever see this feature ever again? I said earlier in this video, I did one at the beginning. I did one a couple days ago. Well, go check it out here. You'll see all the details of this program when it got rolled out.